I think we're live.
I have no evidence of this.
Well, it says there's currently 0 people in it. So,
Oh, we might have we have I think
is it working?
it's loading and it's literally just oh, that's great. That's great.
I love it.
Can you see right now?
No, where would I find that?
Oh, it says we're live.
Can
Hold
you
on. Let me
see?
right now.
Oh, No,
Hold
no,
on.
turn that off. There's where an is echo. There's an echo,
Yeah,
Thomas.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'm just trying to get the link.
Oh, I think I found it. Oh, yeah, I see it. Oh, it's literally too blank. It's literally the screen right now. That's so funny.
Right, I've tweeted about it and I'm gonna go repost it
Okay, repost it.
on the band account.
Please, 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 don't prove I'm right.
We're literally just gonna have to do this without anyone in it.
Yeah, duh.
Right, should we go for the intro?
Uh,
Oh, there's actually someone in here. Maria's here.
period.
I say we just go for it.
All right, cool. All right, let's
Right,
begin.
wait, whoa, 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 whoa.
Mom, Tom and Jacob are making a podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's
I
your
was literally,
fellow American.
I was sat there in silence while that was happening. I don't know if it even played or not.
It definitely did. It definitely worked. Welcome
Fair
back to
enough.
another episode of welcome back to another episode of No Yeah Sure with me, Jacob.
And me, Tom.
Jesus Christ, you're loud. Oh my god. Anyway, this is the podcast where we literally just talk about anything and everything. And this episode, we are going to be doing a America versus England podcast where we kind of compare America to England, and you decide which one you think is the best.
And we decided for only episode 2 of this insanely random podcast, we do it live. Because we found out we can do it live and we thought, do you know what? Why not?
Absolutely. So, to all you guys that are watching live, hey, it's us. Welcome. I know you can't see us right now, but it's okay. We're going to get to that soon.
And if you're not watching live, this is going to be just like a normal podcast.
Literally. All right. Well, let's
Nothing
dive
special.
right into it. I was thinking about this, right? So I was thinking like what's the first thing that we should do that's like America versus um, England, and I think we need to discuss. We need to discuss breakfast, the occasional staple meal when it comes to America versus England, because
Okay, okay.
us here, right? Like our go-to, our breakfast, we either do like a cereal or we have like a pancakes with bacon or eggs and bacon, and like that's like kind of our staple. But you guys, you guys, beans on toast, and like what is that? What is that?
No, that's not breakfast. That's like lunch. That's like maybe even brunch. That's like if you get up
No.
late on a Saturday and you can't be bothered to cook, you just have beans on toast.
See, okay, but I had a full English breakfast when I went over there, and there was beans on my plate. So what's the
Oh
deal with
yeah,
that?
but right. Beans on toast is not a breakfast, but a full English breakfast is so good. Beans included.
But like that's weird. Like where did the beans come from? Like why do y'all for breakfast?
Because it's otherwise it's too dry. Like obviously when you have your full breakfast, you have like pancakes and syrup and stuff. We don't
Right.
do the pancakes and syrup traditionally, but the syrup is like what it's what kind of washes everything down apart from your drink, and the beans is just like that little bit of softness and warmth to kind of ease everything down.
I mean, okay, fair enough. So, I mean, for those who don't know what's included in an English breakfast, what is included?
Okay, so you got sausage, you got bacon, you got hash browns, you got beans. You've usually got mustard, mushrooms, tomatoes, egg, stuff like that. Stuff that I don't put in because I'm not a fan. But uh, and then you usually have it with a coffee
Okay,
or orange juice.
okay.
And then the full English breakfast is one of those things that is actually just like a full whole 3-course meal. So you usually have like a pastry to start with, like a croissant or like a pat de chocolat or something, which is just a chocolate croissant. And then you have your full English, and then to wash it down at the end, you have like yogurt and fruit. That's like it's a full 3-course thing sometimes.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I think that's very fancy. We don't really have that here. I mean, when you go to, I mean, if you go to like your diner, your staple diner that's in town or an IHOP or whatever, the typical thing people get is either you get like a waffle, like people get like a Belgian waffle, you get an eggs, you get like a platter, we call it like a sample platter where you get like some eggs, you get some bacon or sausage, you get some toast, and you get some pancakes. You kind of get all of that. Or the other staple is a French toast. That's like those are like the three main things that you really see. Um, I just think the thing that really throws me off is the beans because I just I don't see having waking up at like 9 a.m. and like I'm just gonna open up a can of beans. I'm just gonna have a can of beans with my eggs. Like that just sounds so weird to me.
But you don't have the can. It's not like a full portion of beans. It's proportional to what's on your plate. Let's be real. And I think it makes a big difference because it actually it's like a lubricant. It lets everything go down a lot easier. Otherwise, you get heartburn and shit.
I mean, okay. I
It's like when you
guess
have
I guess that's fair.
Mackey's, like if you have like a McDonald's or like a Wendy's or like Chick-fil-A or something without drinking or without sauce, it's just dry. But that's not because the food's bad. It's just because that's you're eating bread and meat, cooked meat. It's never going to be like the sauciest thing in the world. So you need something like the eggs and the beans to wash it down.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. And while we're still on this subject, I do have to say that one of the best, like, you guys also like technically have it for breakfast, but you guys also have it as like a snack or like a lunch or like a whatever. But I have to say, you guys have these things called BAPS. You guys have BATS.
Oh, the butties, baps
Uh,
or butties or whatever. Oh my god.
I love me a good BAP. The first time that I had a bacon BAP was like, it was like heaven. And then for my American friends, guys, I think we're really slacking on how we make bacon and how it's prepared because the bacon here and the bacon in England is completely different. And by that, I
Oh,
mean
so good.
England's bacon is better because it just tastes so much fresher.
Yeah, it's probably because it is. Your bacon's very streaky and artificial. Ours is
Yeah.
very but ours is less smoky and less crispy. It's just straight off the animal.
It just tastes so good. And for those who don't know what a bacon bap is, it's literally like take a roll, for example, if I was to
A
for
bread
my
roll.
people, yeah, a bread roll or like a Kaiser roll for my people that know. Um you get a roll, you open it up, you cook the bacon, and you just put it in between like it's a sandwich and that's it. You eat it like that. You either put like if you want to put any condiments on top of it, like that's up to you, but that's literally what the sandwich is. It's just that.
It's the best one. I used to do a lot of work for a company, and we'd turn up at like our site, and then we'd load vans with equipment because it was like a IT company, and then we'd go out like over the city and do different jobs here and there for like audio visual stuff. And I remember every time I was working this one specific guy called Nico, who I love. You've met Nico, the guy who owns the recording studio in Reading.
Oh, right, right, right.
he would always stop us at this one breakfast van. And the first time I turned up, I was like, this is the dodgiest looking van. Why am I eating food from here? And I kid you not, it was like a French baguette, but like warmed so that it wasn't crispy. It was still soft, but it was like nearly crunchy with sausage, bacon, butter, and ketchup. And oh my God, I actually went back the next day, even though I wasn't working. I drove an
Wow.
hour to this van, even though I wasn't working, just to have that French stick again.
Oh my God! Wait, I'm gonna have to take a tangent real quick because I literally just thought of this. Okay, so I know I'm going over next month. We need to go try. I need to go to a Spud Buddies like type of food truck. I need to go.
The fuck is a Spud Buddies?
Or it's like Spuddies or whatever. Don't like it's this. I don't know. It's like instead of it like being, it's like a baked potato thing. You know what I'm
Oh,
talking about?
that guy. The guy that's literally in the delivery truck all day giving people free food.
Yeah, but it's like the really like packed baked potatoes with the cheese and all the condiments and stuff on top. And it looks
Brother,
so good.
I will make you one. That's like £100 day out by the time we drive up to Preston, where he is.
I don't know where he is, but I have to go try it. And then there's another one. There's another group of people. I don't know where like they are based around, but they have like, and it's like a dessert truck, and it's like this ice cream, or it's either that or frozen yogurt. But it looks so festive, and
That's
they
ice
got all
cream.
these sparkles and all these like sugar and just like these syrups, and it looks so good. I need to try it.
If
I need
you
to
can
try it
find out where
immediately.
these people are and they're not too far away, we will go.
I need to try it absolutely immediately because I was just like, wow, the way that I could tear that up right now, a good baked potato with butter, with garlic butter, and like that just sounds so good right now.
Okay, right, here we go. Let's summarize the breakfast options. So
Right.
the English breakfast option is a full English breakfast. Take or leave whatever you want on it. Like I personally don't have mushroom, tomato, or egg on it, but I have everything else. And your breakfast option is like waffles, pancakes, or like eggs on toast or something, right?
Right. Yeah, it's like either French toast, waffles, um, eggs, and then usually you either have a toast or even bagels. I forgot about bagels. Bagels as well.
Yeah, but we're talking about the staple because we have anything for breakfast. You could have pizza for breakfast at
Okay,
this point.
right. So
Like,
then if we're talking about staples, then along with your, eggs, pancakes, French toast, and waffles, another staple is a bacon, egg, and cheese. That you will go anywhere and you will find a bacon, egg, and cheese. That is the staple
my
breakfast
vote
sandwich.
personally, my vote personally goes to all-inclusive hotels because you can get everything that we've just discussed from both countries at all-inclusive hotels, and you get
Yep.
full English and pancakes and waffles and bagels with bacon, egg, and cheese. We're England and America suck. All-inclusive's where it's at.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So I'm gonna keep a tally of this. We're gonna go 0-0. Where's my pen? We're going 0-0 to England and America and 1 to all inclusives.
So now let's move on to lunch options. I
Whoa,
don't
whoa,
know.
whoa! We got like all day snacks first. All day
Oh,
snacks.
we're gonna do snacks first. Okay. Wow. Okay.
Because you mentioned the BAPS.
Right.
That is a snack. That's like you can have that breakfast,
Interesting.
lunch, dinner,
Okay.
brunch, dinner.
Okay.
Like you can have it for whatever you want.
Right.
So that's my entry.
Got you. Okay. So, what would my entry be? I mean, we have snacks. I mean,
Like
how
not
are
like a
snacks?
bag of Cheetos, but
Right.
like, and we're not thinking like McDonald's either. We're just thinking something that, as a family, you tend to have like throughout the day. If it's like a specific point of the day and everyone's hungry, you just whip this up because it's quick, easy, and tasty.
Right. Okay. I mean, our snacks are kind of different because I don't like obviously everybody is different, but when it comes to staple snacks, it's either like it's literally like a bag of chips, like bag of chips, or I would say like maybe like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Yes, that could also be considered like a lunch, but it's also kind of like a little snack. Um I'm trying to think of like what else. I mean, like people have like fruits for like I when it comes to staple snacks, I don't really think we have anything crazy unless it's like chips and dip, or if it's like a small little plate. I know when with me being Spanish, we have like my classic cultural snacks, but yeah, I think America kind of lacks in that department.
Okay, so American option is like whatever you fancy. English option is the BAPS. So in my opinion, the winner, kind of obviously at this point, is the all-inclusive hotel resorts again, because you could get anything you want from breakfast, lunch to BAPS as well. So I think all-inclusive wins again. We're really doing bad at this point.
Yeah,
So it's England 0, USA 0, and
0.
all-inclusive 2.
Oh wow.
I wonder what's going to happen. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Lunch. You
Lunch.
can present your first point for
Ooh.
lunch.
Okay, wow. Where do I start? Okay, I'm gonna go through some staple lunches that we have. You have your sandwich category where we have like your ham and cheese sandwich. You have your peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You have like maybe a salad. I'm switching categories. That's it. Like those are the only two options. And then what else? Then if you're gonna go out and you're gonna do like you're gonna go out for your lunch, your staples include like your classic burger joint. So you have burgers, that's classic. Pizza.
Okay, in which case, I'll stop you. I'll change the category slightly.
Okay.
Lunch on the go, because anyone can cook anything for lunch. You could cook breakfast,
Right,
lunch, or dinner for
absolutely.
lunch.
Yeah.
Let's do lunch on the go. So let's talk like when you're out, you're not at home. What are the options?
Say that again.
So like when you're out, when you're not at home, what are your options? Like
When you're
where can
out
you
and you're
go?
not
What
at
can you
home.
get?
Okay. Well, obviously it's fast food. Like everybody is like you have your fast foods, your typical, your Wendy's, your McDonald's, your Chick-fil-A, your Taco Bell, your Panera, your Popeyes. You have like those stuff. Or I'll catch myself at a pizzeria again. Um, Sushi is a great lunch option. I love me a good sushi because I think it's not heavy. I think it's perfect to just have a quick little bite and have a nice calm lunch. Um, then I'm trying to think. I think I already said burgers. I mean, you have tacos. Tacos is a good option. Um, I think that's pretty much it. What kind of sucks is that a lot of these options are the same for like dinner too, because like fast food is fast food.
Yeah, but we're gonna talk home cooked dinners. So let's talk about like lunch on the go. This is why I've
Okay.
done this on the go, because takeouts and stuff is usually lunch, not dinner. You usually have like a family meal or you cook yourself something in the evening. So let's talk lunch. I
Okay.
mean, in the UK we're similar. I don't think we have much variation as you. Like we've got everything you've got and you've got more. There's
Right.
nothing that we have that you don't have, apart from like restaurants that are not chain restaurants, like individual kebab shops and stuff like that.
Right.
So, to be honest, in this case, I think the obvious answer would be the all-inclusive hotel resort, because you can get anything you want from breakfast, lunch, dinner, and they also take deliveries, as far as I've been told, from
Well,
any fast food chain in the local area, and everywhere's got McDonald's, everywhere's got Domino's, everywhere's got Subway. So all-inclusive wins again.
yeah, okay.
Um,
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I do want to say though that England does kind of fall short on many options for your fast food options though.
In which case, I will give England a -1, because I agree with you. You have so much better,
Yeah, we have a
like,
lot of like choices to go through. When I was in
yeah,
London, I mean, you guys had like there was only like a Mackey's everywhere. You had your Domino's and a KFC, but like I haven't had Nando's, but I know it. I think Nando's is another option. But
Nando's is good. It redeems us a bit, but we stick
okay.
with the -1 because the choice, like, once you get past your staple takeaways, McDonald's, KFC, Nando's, Domino's, and Subway, like you are essentially at the point of now I have to go spend £50 to a restaurant for lunch. And
Right,
it just
exactly.
becomes so shit.
Yeah, when it comes to us, we have so many other options. Like again, like the Taco Bell, we have a Chipotle, we have five. You know, you guys also have Five Guys, but we have Five Guys. There's like Smash Burger. There's so many on a whole entire list.
But there's a whole other discussion we could have here because also you don't have In-N-Out Burger. It's the other side of the country, which is one thing that's
Yes.
like that could be seen like yeah, America wins because it has In-N-Out Burger, but you don't have In-N-Out Burger unless you hop on a 4-hour flight, 5-hour flight.
No, absolutely. I think that's definitely a minus for America because there are times when I'm here and I want In-N-Out. Like I'd be looking at In-N-Out and I'm like, damn, I want that over here. But I definitely see that in London. You guys definitely like wherever, like whatever fast food shops that you have, you will find it somewhere nearby
Yeah,
all
there's
over the
there's
country.
no location exclusive like
Exactly.
restaurants, like unless you like chain restaurants. You've not got a chain in like the south of England that you haven't got anywhere else.
Right. So I would give America the L for that.
So, in which case, scores on the doors after 3 rounds. You've got England on -1, America on -1, and all inclusive on 3. Yeah, we're really not doing very well.
No, this
I
is not
I
great.
think I think we should just go on holiday. I think that's what is being hinted here.
Absolutely.
Okay, let's go on to dinner. And when I say dinner, we're talking not fast food. We're talking sit down meal. So
So we're talking about at
with
home, like at
with
home,
yeah with
home
your
cooked.
family, and this is the thing, you're gonna have an advantage because America over the years has had generations of Latin immigration. Your food is so much more exciting than our basic white people food.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, you are like, although you're Latin, you are American as they come. Whereas the
Absolutely.
immigration we have here, like you've either got
Wait. You guys can see how American I
whoa,
am
whoa,
on our recent
whoa,
TikTok.
whoa, 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 whoa,
You
whoa.
guys
Oh,
can see
yeah,
how
straight up.
American I am
The
on
fuck's a
our recent.
kilometer? What is a kilometer? Tell me right now, without googling, what is a kilometer?
It's a unit measure.
Yeah, but like compared to a mile, how many miles is a
It's
kilometer?
it's 1,000.
1,000 miles is 1 kilometer.
1,000 meters.
Meters? No, 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 no. I'm talking about miles. Don't look this up. Don't you dare look this up. I know this off the top of my head. This got drilled into me at school. What? Don't look it up because I will know if you look it up.
I don't
'Cause
know.
I know
I don't
the
know.
answer.
I don't know. I'm gonna be honest.
You don't
I
know.
don't know. We use miles per hour. I don't know what a kilometer hour is.
0.621 miles is a kilometer.
All right. Well, I'm
Oh
not
my
walking
God.
around tattooing that on my
So easy
forehead.
to remember. I wish I had a tattoo. No, I'm joking. Okay, like home cooked meals. I wasn't
Okay.
gonna say what I was gonna say because I have the potential of someone clipping that and taking it out of context. Essentially, American American home cooked food,
Clip
from
it,
what I've
clip it.
tried, is better than English home cooked food. But we're about to find out. So, like your standard home cooked meal. So let's talk. Let's talk your staple. What's the most common thing? Like, what's a tradition to hit your dinner table? Like, could be
So,
once a week, could be every day of the week. What's like your traditional thing?
are we gonna talk? Do you want me to talk about like the traditional, I guess, like American culture, or are we gonna talk about like my Latin heritage, my Latin culture?
Hit both. Hit both. We'll add like Latin as a set as a point section.
Okay, got you. So, I'm gonna start with Latin first because obviously it's the easiest. Latin, your staple is a rice with your choice of meat. It is whether it's a white rice, whether it's a yellow rice, whether it's a rice with beans. Your staple is a rice and meat. That's your staple. It's a Spanish rice. It's you have that every day or every other day, but typically at dinner that's what you're having.
I can confirm I have tried it, and Mrs. Rodriguez's cooking is insane. I
Stellar.
should be going back for more. I should be
Us
going back
Latin
for more.
people, we know how to cook. Period.
All right, that's good start for Latin. Let's
Right.
go just standard American.
So
Your standard
standard,
American dinner.
right? Standard American. I would either say you're having. I would say you're either having a chicken sort of dish or you're having a steak sort of dish. I think those are the
Meatloaf.
oh, meatloaf. Absolutely. Yeah, you're having those. I think those three options are your general thing. You're either having a chicken, whether it's like a roasted chicken or if it's a fried chicken, or you're having a steak, whether it's a T-bone steak, a fillet, or something of that sort, or you're having a meatloaf, which is also technically like ground beef. So, I mean, whatever you do with ground beef, whether it's like fresh burger patties or if it's a meatloaf. And then when it comes to your sides with that, I would say your typical American is like you're doing like some people actually do rice. I think rice is pretty common, but you're doing like a potato side, whether it's roasted potatoes, whether it's mashed potatoes, or you're doing a pasta. Pasta, that's a big staple, whether it's spaghetti, whether it's penne, whether it's
How many staples have you got, brother?
there's just a lot. Like when you think of like a traditional like American dinner, you're having like steak and potatoes. Like I think that's what everybody would say, a steak and potatoes. That's like your
I
American
mean,
hearty dish.
okay, okay. I think it's okay. It's just not as good as Latin. Let's be real. Like
No,
the
absolutely, I agree. I think that lacks.
It's because they don't Americans don't know what salt or pepper or seasoning in general is. It's kind of like here's some barely cooked pasta with a bit of like overcooked meatloaf. Happy birthday. It's your 21st. We've dug out the big guns for this. Okay, so the English staple, you've got obviously like in certain households, the common thing is like you'll have pasta for dinner quite a lot, or you have like wraps for dinner or fajitas or something like that. But I think the most common thing that you'll see on an English dinner table, if you stared at someone's dinner table for like a month straight and you looked at every single household's dinner table, it would be a roast dinner, like very similar to a Christmas dinner, but like a roast dinner, and it absolutely slaps. It's basically roast chicken with roast potatoes. You got your vegetables. You've got bread sauce, gravy, Yorkshire puddings, which are just like fluffy pancakes for dinner. It's the batter is exactly the same, except instead of normal flour, you have self-raising flour. Therefore, I think it's something like that, and then you get Yorkshire puddings, which is good. I think it's better than America, but I don't think it's as good as Latin. So I think for this one, we're gonna have to go all inclusive because you could get
Hello?
everything.
Oh, I think we're having technical difficulties. Thomas.
Have you got me?
Hello? Okay, I think you came back.
Whoops. I don't know what happened there. Um, what did you hear me say?
The beginning of whatever you were saying, after that, nothing caught on. You're just gonna have to repeat the whole thing.
Okay, fantastic. So I think like obviously you go to other people's houses like and you've got like pasta, fajitas, wraps. Like everyone's got like every household's got something different, which is like their specialty. But I think if you were to like stare at someone's dinner table for like a month straight and observe what is the most common thing to land on like the dinner table, it's got to be like a roast dinner. So you've got like roast chicken, roast potatoes, Yorkshire puddings, which are basically just like pancakes. Like
Oh,
the batter is
interesting.
exactly the same as pancakes, but they're just like fluffy and for dinner. And you've got gravy, bread sauce, vegetables. Like it's a roast dinner is just where it's at. I will admit it's not as good as a Latin dinner, but it's better than American dinner. Like it's so good, and that's like our staple.
Fair enough.
So I think in the order that I've just judged things, I think the clear and obvious winner is the all inclusive because you can get literally everything that we've just mentioned on an all inclusive dinner plate and more. So I think obvious winner there. Unfortunately, so scores on the doors as they stand: -1 for England, -1 for America. Latin
Yeah.
sat comfortably on 0, and all inclusive on
Sat
4.
comfortably on 0.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first round that the Latins entered, to be fair. But it's not doing -1 levels, but it's not doing 4 levels. So
Yeah, fair enough.
and let's go one final round, and it's going to be interesting because I don't know if we have like a staple dessert. But let's talk dessert.
Let's talk dessert. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we have a staple. Okay, I'm lying, actually. I think the staple American dessert, not when it comes to me, but when it comes to your more like traditional family, like we're talking about like from the olden times to now, you're making a pie. I think a pie is the classic American dessert that you would either see advertised or on billboards.
Okay. Okay. I like a good pie. You give me like a cheesecake or like a pie or something, I could definitely vibe with that with a bit
Oh
of cream
god,
or
a
ice cream.
cheesecake.
Oh,
I love
brother,
me a
don't get me
cheesecake, man.
started. Don't get me started.
Ooh.
I'm gonna have to go find a cheesecake in Tesco's or something right now.
It's freaking 11 a.m. for me right now. Like I'm over here thinking about dessert and dinner. I haven't even had breakfast. Damn.
I think in England, your staple, and when I say staple, I mean staple, like going like you are with the pie, like going back will be. We also do like crumbles, which is basically pie with a bit more of like an unstable pastry level on top. It's a bit more crumbly, a bit more breadcrumby kind of thing. But the staple, which will always be a thing in like preschool, is ice cream and jelly. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh,
Not
ice
jelly,
cream and
not jelly
jelly?
as in like, not jelly as in like jam, as in like Jello.
Interesting.
And the biggest thing is in preschool, you sit down with your tray, your little red tray or your blue tray, depending on if you're special and vegetarian, and you have your main meal, which like on a Friday would be like just like fish and chip Friday, banging. And then on the side you have a bowl of ice cream with Jello on it. And what you do is while you eat your fish and chips, you watch the ice cream slowly melt, and then you finish your fish and chips. You turn your attention to the ice cream soup that has just been made, because they wouldn't hold it for you until you finish with your fish and chips and then give it to you while it's still cold and still like intact. So the only clear and obvious thing that you could think of doing as an 8-year-old is getting your spoon and mashing the fuck out of the jelly until it becomes this like this lumpy Jello and ice cream soup. And it
Oh.
sounds so disgusting talking about it, but I kid you not, I would go back to that in a heartbeat if you gave me the opportunity. Ice
Oh my
cream and jelly
god.
soup is the living, like, oh my god, I love it. I actually love it. It's so good. I'm gonna go buy Jello and cheesecake and ice cream after this, and I'm gonna have that for
Oh
my dinner. I'm not
gosh,
even lying to
that
you.
sounds
In
that
fact,
sounds
I'm not.
unappetizing.
I'm not gonna do that. When you come to England in July, I am gonna make you ice cream and Jello soup.
Oh my
It's
god,
so
you
good.
better have a bin next to me because I'm gonna throw it all up.
No, it's so good, man. Like
That sounds
strawberry
gross.
Jello. No, 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 no. It's really nice. It's actually really good. So I think, like, okay, since we added Latin to the list, what's the Latin like equivalent of a dessert?
Oh
What's
my
like a famous
god.
Latin dessert?
Okay, you have I would say there's two. Just kidding. There's three I think like very common Latin desserts. You have a tres leches cake, either small, large, or
What?
whatever. A tres leches, a three milk, which I mean translated directly, it's like three milks, but it's a nice
So you
cake that
just
has
drink
three
milk?
layers. It's
Oh,
it's a
okay.
three-layered cake that includes like a like I think it's like an espresso or like a coffee. Um, I have to see like I don't personally like a tres leches. So I don't know exactly what goes into it because that's just not one of my favorites. But that's a real classic. You have a flan. That's FLAN. So it's a flan, and it is basically a custard type cake. That's made from what's the word? From like condensed
Custard.
milk and evaporated
Oh.
milk. And it's made with a nice caramel type syrup that gets put, like when you put it in a pan, obviously, like to bake, but on the bottom layer you put your nice caramel top, and then you put your mixture into it. Then when you bake it and you take it out, you flip it upside down so that your top the top layer that you first see is that caramel layer. And then it's like a cheese type of custard, and it tastes really really good when prepared correctly. When it's prepared correctly, it's very it's very soft, it's very sweet, it's super super nice. And
Okay,
then
okay.
the last option that you have is a pudding of either bread or rice. You have a bread
Yeah, that
pudding or you
doesn't
have a rice
like
pudding.
in. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I thought you meant literally just bread or rice for dessert.
Oh,
But no, I can
no,
back.
no, no.
I've tried both bread and rice pudding, English variants, but still, I imagine it's the same. I like them both.
Yeah, absolutely. And then honorable mention, I'll say an horchata. A nice horchata is really good. It's a blended like drink type of dessert that's made from rice.
That sounds horrible.
It's really really good, honestly. When it's prepared correctly, it tastes really really good.
Yeah, but blended rice, like you can tell why that sounds bad, just as much as
No,
mushed up
absolutely.
Jello and ice cream sounds bad. But like,
Absolutely.
if I'm gonna take your word that it's nice, and you're gonna take my word that
Yeah, I'll take your word
jelly soup
that jelly soup is great.
is so good.
Sounds so
Okay,
gross.
yeah, so does blended rice, brother. Who wants to have blended rice?
Okay, right, but it's called horchata. Horchata sounds enticing to you. It sounds like, ooh, what is that? Jelly
Yeah,
pudding.
that sounds good.
Jelly soup. Jelly soup sounds gross. Jelly
Okay,
soup? Right.
no,
Ice
stop,
cream
'cause it-
and gelatin. Okay, got you. So, gross. Got it.
right. Okay, Jacob. I think you know like the theme that we're going for here. So have a guess who's won this round.
Me, I think I won. I think I won. I think I won because
Incorrect. It's
jelly
all
soup,
inclusive. You can get
jelly soup,
literally
jelly soup.
all
No,
inclusive. You can
no,
get literally
no,
anything you
no, no.
wanted.
Listeners,
I'm
you guys can let
I'm
us know who won
actually
that
gonna
one.
give. I'm actually gonna give Latin a -1 for blended fucking
That's
rice.
insane. Then
No,
England can get
oh,
-2. England can get
no,
minus
I'm
two.
already on
Because if
-1.
you're
I'm
gonna-
already on -1.
if
Fuck off. I'm already on. Okay,
if I go into the
like
streets of New York and I say, "Hey, do you want to try this dessert? It's ice cream mixed in with Jello, and it looks like that. It looks like chunks. Like I'd rather not do that. It'll look like expired milk."
yeah, but if I went into London and was like, "Who wants a fresh cup of blended rice?"
No, 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 no. It's a fresh cup of horchata. That's what you gotta
Don't give a
say.
okay, okay, who wants some matcha? What is it? Blended rice. What are you blending it
Okay.
with? Water?
No,
Or is it just like dry cement mix? Do you make it in a cement mixer? Like, suck out, all inclusive wins.
no, 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 no.
Again.
If you want the actual description, okay, it is
Not right now. I'm looking
No,
up
no,
in
no,
my
no,
time.
no.
I'm gonna watch.
It's
I'm gonna
made-
find a YouTube video of some lonely woman eating this after she's cooked it, and I will judge for myself.
No, 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 no. It's okay. So it's in Spain. it's
Actually,
made-
actually, you make it for me when you come round in July. That's the deal. Don't tell me what it is. Make it for me. I will honestly eat
I
it,
don't
and
have
you
it.
will try
Ooh,
jelly
okay.
soup.
Okay, okay, okay.
I'm sure you can find something on Google. Let's save it. I'll make you Jello soup, and you make me horchata, and we will both try it.
I'm gonna have to eat this jelly soup with my eyes closed because there's no way I'm looking at that. If it's gonna look like the way that I'm
Okay, that's
envisioning it,
the-
I'm gonna
Yeah,
throw up.
It's so good. Okay, right. That's the food round of America versus USA finished. It's only taken 35 minutes to get to this point. Let's reveal the scores on the doors. We started with England and America as the only two in the runnings. We've added two more because they were obvious choices. After 5 rounds, England joint second and last place on -1 point is England, America, and the Latin culture. Let's
Period.
have a round of applause for them with the sound buttons, please. Let's have a round of applause.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yes, yes. Where is it?
This has not gone as smooth as I thought it might have
There.
done, to be honest. Well, I can't hear a thing right now.
Oh, that's crazy. I feel like we could do better than that. Where's come on, come on, come on. Let me hear y'all. Let me hello? Play it, play it, play it, play it, hit play. It's not working. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. This is embarrassing.
Ah.
Oh my god, I think I
Okay.
hit the preview. I don't think I've hit the live button, so I don't think you actually heard that. There we go. Oh my god. Let's dance. There we go. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Yes,
So,
keep it coming.
circles.
Keep it coming. Shut up. Yes, more, more. Yes, absolutely. Oh my god, you shouldn't have. Please. Oh my god. You guys are. Stop it. Oh my god, you guys are doing too much. Yes, I love you. I love you. I love you. Yes, it's you and me. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, wow.
And then I think
This
I know the
audience is
sound effect. It's
amazing.
about to. I think I know the sound effect is about to run up. But in first place, with a 6-point lead after 5 rounds, which no one thought was possible, is the all-inclusive holiday resort. So the sound effect coming is nothing. Nothing. We have no reaction for this. We have no reaction.
I actually did a laughing
basic-
track, actually.
I didn't hear a thing.
Oh, that sucks for you, babe.
Okay. Which means I don't think anyone else heard a thing. So, essentially,
Uh-huh.
what we've gathered from this short study is we need to go on holiday. That is essentially what I've gathered. So, get your shit together, get your passport, and let's go somewhere hot.
I think the next time we go on holiday and we visit each other's countries, we need to go through and have like not it be like a typical holiday, it's a food holiday. We need to go around and try food from everything that we've talked about and try all the foods and then make a final judgment.
I concur. I concur. Which means then we also have to go to an all-inclusive resort and try all their food and tell everyone that we're not happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I back that. I back that.
Absolutely.
Let's go into
Should we
the
do a
next
vlog?
bit.
I feel like we should do a YouTube video for that. Should we do
Small
a
Town Heroes
vlog?
vlog. Small Town Hero vlog
Yes.
is where it's at. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Clap
yeah.
if you want that. Clap if you want that. Yes. Okay. I hear y'all. I hear y'all. Yes. Okay. They want it. They want it. We're gonna do it. Absolutely. Yep. Okay.
So
Moving on.
next topic in England versus USA, we've got. This is just going to be general things now. I'm just going to start tallying up points from
Okay.
like every topic because we're not going
Yeah.
to have food then subtopics.
Okay.
We've got day-to-day activities. Say you've got a Saturday off, you've got no plans, and all your friends are like, "Let's do something." What's the vibe? What are you gonna do? Let's go with you
Ooh, that's a good one. Okay. So there's a couple things I
And
can
let's
think
say,
of.
let's say, within an hour commute. If it's like an hour and 5 minutes, we'll allow it. But like an hour commute, you're not looking to drive 3.5 hours to the nearest beach. Let's talk an
Right.
hour commute.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so there's a couple things that I'd say people would generally do. So you have a beach or a pool, obviously, like that, depending on the weather, you have that. So that's obviously within distance. You have your amusement park. You have your Six Flags, or is there any other amusement? Oh, like your Disneyland, your stuff like that.
Is
You
that
have your
within an
amusement
hour?
park. Well, depending on where you live, it could be within an hour drive. But or
No, we're talking about
unless you
where
want to
you
talk
live.
about me, where I live right now, if that's what you want
Let's
to do.
let's use us as the examples for standard American and English people,
Okay.
because we know we're here. Let's talk about you personally on a
Okay.
Saturday. You all your friends are about, but you got no plans. What's like the options?
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so within an hour's drive, that's a fun activity. You have your amusement parks. We have a Six Flags. That's within a 30-minute drive, actually. You have your beach, which is within 45 minutes. You have arcades. We have lots of arcades, whether that's an indoor arcade or like a classic arcade. Um, like one of the classic ones that has the old style arcade games, or you have one like your new ones like your Dave and Buster's. Do you guys have a Dave and Buster? Hold on.
No.
Oh hell no! For those of you guys who don't know what a Dave and Buster is, it is the indoor arcade. It is the indoor games and dining experience. You have plenty of games. It's just like that arcade that we went to when we went to Swanage. Like you get instead of like you guys use coins, but over here we have like cards and you fill up the cards with chips or credits. And then you use that and you go around to all the games that you want to play and you swipe and you play. It's endless amounts of fun. And the Dave and Buster's, they have a dining experience. You could do that. That's always a fun thing to do on a Saturday night if you want to go hang out. Um then obviously you have like your bars and your clubs if you're feeling frisky and you're old enough. Or you have like your smaller little activities like an escape room. We have escape rooms plenty all around. We have parks. So we have like very large parks here and there that have your basketball courts, your tennis courts, your soccer fields and stuff like that. Um, or farms. Don't knock it until you try it, but a lot of people like to go to farms and do like during the day when it's a nice weather. You go picking and you can go picking for apples, for berries, fruits, vegetables. That's also a very fun thing that people like to do. And I think that's just about it. Oh, and your movie theaters, obviously.
Okay. Okay. That's not. I mean, it's not dissimilar to us at all. You've got like the beach. You've got like theme parks like Legoland, Thorpe Park.
Oh my god, I love Legoland! Give it up
was
for Legoland! Let's go,
Legoland was
Legoland!
insane.
Yes! God, I love me listening
That
to
was
Legoland.
insane. That was a great day out. We watched the people jump off the tower. Do you remember that? That
Yes.
was lit. I want to do that so bad. If someone wants to buy me that for my birthday, like that experience jumping off the Legoland tower, I would love you forever.
I'm crying.
Like that's sick. That's so cool. And then you've got London. Like you could go into New York. I could go into London. Like you got the
Right.
city break. You go do something in the city. You do have arcades, but you tend to find them at a beach, which you can go to.
Okay.
Like we've got we've got golf go-karting, like you've got like your leisure activities, like there's stuff to do there. Again, as you said, do a bit of day drinking potentially, go if it's a nice day, go sit in a pub garden. So like we don't have as many bars as you, but we have more pubs, which I found you don't have, which
Right.
basically like every neighborhood has a house that's been converted into just this bar basically. So there's just a bar in every neighborhood, and they always have like the garden that used to be part of the house has been put like you got tables and chairs so you can just go have a nice beer or a glass of wine or like a glass. Do you know what Pims is? Pims.
No.
It's like this
Sounds like
fruity
PMS.
thing. No, Pims is I can't describe it, but you get it, and it's like this very fruity liqueur, and it's got like it comes with like strawberries, raspberries, cucumber, lemon, lime in it, like actual fruit. It's gorgeous. It's such a summer drink. It's lovely, but it's so good. But
Fair. Okay.
we will try Pims. You're coming in the summer. I will find you a Pims. We will have Pims.
Okay.
And then like you got your clubbing in the evening and stuff like that.
right.
I think we're fairly equal on points here. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds like I don't think there's anything you can do in America that you can't do in England, as the same as I don't think there's anything in England that you can't do in America. Apart from you can go down to a gun range,
Oh yeah. There's that.
but like we can also go drinking 3 years earlier than you. So there's like
Right.
advantages to both sides.
Fair enough. I kind of think though. I mean, correct me if I am wrong, but I feel like things that are fun to do in England, you kind of gotta drive a little while for. Like, I think you gotta drive a little distance to do some of the things, compared to here that
I
things
would
are
say
kind of
the
around
opposite.
corner.
I would say the opposite. I think you're so much further away from something big and
Okay.
entertaining in America because it's so
Okay.
spread out.
Okay.
Like, it depends what you're looking for. Like, the
Right.
things that I like doing, like go-karting, racing, stuff like that. Yeah, you've got to drive because it's so specific. But say you just wanted to go to a bar or a cinema or something like that, or like a theater, there is something around every single corner.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll give you that.
So I think after round one of the general entries, looking at the time, we don't even have much time to go. I say we do 3 rounds.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think the winner, personally, is the all inclusive.
America. Okay. Yes, America. I agree. I agree. I agree. Yes.
I think it's got to
America.
be the all inclusive because we're drawing, so it's going to be the all inclusive. Because you can drink by a pool or at a beach in gorgeous sunshine, and go water skiing if you want, or go like jet skiing if you want. I think the obvious choice is all inclusive. I'm so sad that I'm in England right now. I need to get somewhere hot.
Period. Come over. It is like actually raging hot. It's actually all right. All right. All right. All right.
Is it? Is it warm over there?
It's been warm for the past couple days. It's been upwards of I don't. Let me look at the calculations.
Because we're apparently meant to have the wettest summer on record. Like, it's supposed to rain for 50 out of 100 days this year.
Oh, that is horrible.
Yep, and I have to work outside.
Oh hell no. Right now it's about 25 degrees Celsius.
Oh, that's gorgeous.
Yeah, so but it's very warm. Like we have strong humidity here, which is something I absolutely hate, but it is very very warm.
That's really annoying that you're having nice weather right now and I'm not. But, we'll vibe with it. Okay. Next round.
What are we looking at?
I want to get into a topic that I think is quite important. Maybe not entertainment wise, but I actually I want to hear your perspective, and then I want to hear everyone's perspective once the podcast goes live about how they think this is going to go. I want to hear about your chances of a comfortable life in the future as a kid growing up in this time of like existence.
Interesting.
Because I will start so you have like an example of where I'm going with this.
Right.
My generation is set to be the first generation that will never be able to afford a house because of the way that banks are going, inflation's going, interest rates, stuff like that. Like, there are people that I know that have come out of university with straight up degrees, like master's degrees, doctor's degrees, that are barely even able to afford a flat. And like, they're working 30 days a month just to live. They're living to work, not working to live.
Right.
So I think in the future, you've either got to be in this country, you've either got to be in a job that's going to support you for life, or you're going to be on government benefits, which is like a payout. That's my opinion of the future of this country. And I know we're going political, but I've tried to keep it short because I don't want to go too political. But I'm genuinely intrigued about how you think this is going to go in your future as an American Joe.
Honestly, it's probably going to be the same. Like, I think the only way that you can actually have like a solid like a solid future is if you really get like that high degree. You feel me? Like you got to get that master's, you got to get that PhD, or you got to have connections. And I think that's the only way that you can really afford it, because as the minimum wage rises, so does everything else. So, I mean, me right now, like I'm living with my parents, but that's kind of all I can afford right now. Like I can barely, gosh, I can barely live the day-to-day life. Like it's tough out here. So, unless they start lowering prices and start lowering the cost of things and figure that out, I think it's only going to get tougher in the end.
I would like to counter you. I have seen like house prices in America, job salaries in America. I think it's going to be easier for you to buy a house, not necessarily in the area you live, but in America, and like be close enough to commute to a job that pays you enough to live there.
It definitely depends on your field because
Of course,
jobs
of
are
course.
not, there's not a lot, like the job market is not very open right now. The job market is very, very limited. And the jobs that are open for, you got to have a real specific qualification for it, unless you have the in, unless you have that contact. Because, I mean, of course, it also depends on the state that you live in. Because me right now, the minimum wage here, I think it's over like it's like $16 or over than that. But you go to somewhere like North Carolina, you go a little bit down south, and minimum wage is like $8. So to us here, we could see a house that's down there for maybe 200,000, and it has like 6 bedrooms, and it has a whole bunch of like it looks like a mini mansion. But to here, 200,000 may get you a 1 bedroom home in a semi good neighborhood.
See, this is why I wanted to counter you because in England, obviously we have the geographical differences in prices. Like where I live now is going to be more expensive than where I want to move for work. But
Right.
a 5 bed house where I want to work is still £500,000, like £500,000. Whereas if I was, and that's like where I want to work, where I want to move to is like one of the cheaper places in the country. Like it is quite cheap to live there. Whereas if I was to take that £500, put it in dollars, which would already get me £600,000, $600,000, and took that to somewhere like I don't know Texas, that would literally get me half of the state.
Wow.
Like you could get like the houses I've seen. I don't know why I have Texas real estate videos popping up on my TikTok, but I do. And
Oh, is it
the,
is it that guy with the glasses?
there's two guys now. There's the guy that's like houses I can't afford. I'm poor. That guy.
Right. BBO
And then
windows.
poopy time. That guy. And then you've got this kid who's I don't know where he's popped up from. He looks like if Ned Flanders was a teenager on acid, like tucked in shirt, chinos, glasses, like
Oh, and he does the speed runs of the house. Is that what you're talking about?
speed tour! Yeah, and he just runs through. It's a bedroom, toilet. Like he just sprints and he's just slamming doors in his cameraman's face and shit. It's great. But anyway, back to my point. They're showing houses like what 10 grand gets you in Texas, like Fort Worth, Texas. And I know it's like 10 grand's a down payment and like that's like 10% or 25%. Even then, even if it's 25% down payment, $250,000. And you're getting these like 6 bed mega mansions that in the UK would cost you £2 million wherever you go. And like, as we know, as some people know, I was in discussion with a company in America to do some work, and like we looked up my salary, like, and I could live anywhere in the country, and I'd be traveling for work, but I could live anywhere I wanted. So say I wanted to move to Texas, bought £250,000 house, I would be making. I think we looked at it, it was like 73,000 a year, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
So like,
Which is high. It is that's a
is
high
it?
salary. Yeah.
But that's just my field of work because I'm making. I don't want to say what I'm making. I'm making over 100 and under £200 a day in the UK.
Right.
But the issue with that, if it was 9 to 5, 5 days a week, 365, like I'd be like chilling. That's a lot of money.
Right.
I I worked 80 days last year. Like it's not every day. I'm contracted. I'm self-employed, so I only work when they give me work.
Right.
Which I'm not going to complain about because it gives me a lot of freedom and I
Absolutely.
can turn down shifts. So
Right.
if like when you come, I just don't work and that's not a problem. Like I come back and I still have a job. I don't have to request time off. I just don't pick up shifts.
Right. Absolutely.
But it's not sustainable. I can't do that forever because I need money to live.
Yeah, I mean, fair enough. I mean, if we look at like for example that job you were looking at, I mean, like I'm just taking a general consensus, and I'm gonna say like $75,000 is like a salary, right? If you do that by monthly,
Yeah.
that's around it's around let's just round it up and let's say $6,300 a month, give or take. If you have taxes and stuff like that, let's just say 6,100. That is very sustainable to live here. Like I would say you are sustainable to go through your day-to-day life, honestly. And even if you had that type of salary and you had a partner that you lived with, you're like kind of golden. You're kind of set because the way that you guys would split everything, it just makes everything easier. But not many jobs have such a high salary. You gotta have like you gotta either find that good job that's like, ooh, didn't think this would be a good enough salary, or you gotta work an hourly job and you gotta work overtime and you gotta work all these extra hours. You feel me?
This is the one. Can hello?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, my screen's frozen. It says you can't hear me. Anyway, like this is the one thing that I love about modern generation. So many, if not all women that I know want a career. And like when you talk to them and you're like, so what about when you have kids? They're like, my husband is going to stay at home and I'm going to go out and work. And I'm like, do you know what? Chill.
Right.
I do not mind cleaning the house twice a day, looking after the kids, cooking food. Like, if you've got a career and you've got dreams and it's going to make you happy, you go ahead and do that. I'm going to sit home and play my guitars and pretend I'm famous. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm going to take you up on that offer. As
Right.
much as I want, like, my time that I get to go to work and drive cars and, like, do stuff like that, which is what I do now. Like, if you want to go and have a career, I will support you. No questions asked. If you want a career and you give me the option to like be a stay-at-home dad, like absolutely, I shall do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so excited to not work that I would literally be a housemate for whoever asked.
No, I feel that. I'm the same way.
Like this is the thing. Like when we're literally talking like 50 years ago, it's not that long ago that it was like, okay, you're the husband. Maybe longer than 50, maybe 60, 70. But it's like, okay, you're the husband, go out, find a job, support this family like you're supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's kind of like rock, paper, scissors, who's got to go get a job first? I love it.
Right.
Like,
right.
women didn't have a choice, and they got really pissed off about not having a choice. Rightly so. They're like, no,
Right.
I want to go and prove something of myself. And the men were like, no, I'm going to go out and do work. Right now, I don't know what man is begging to go to work. I'd be begging to stay at home. Go have a job. Please bring home some money, because I don't want to do this anymore.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah.
absolutely give me the license to put my feet up all day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like,
That's fair
it's
enough.
just, I'm just going to do it.
I definitely feel that.
I am just going to do it. But, like, I think that's, well, I mean, we did our, I don't think you can put either points. Like, I don't think either of us have got a chance in the future, like America
No,
or
absolutely.
England.
I think America has its pros and cons, and so does England.
But I also think for the first time today, I don't think all-inclusive wins either, because it's not sustainable. You can't live at an all-inclusive.
And right.
So, I think Australia's got to get a point here. I can't lie. Like I'm gonna write this down. Australia is supposed to have one of the best like working like lives in the world. Like,
Oh,
no one's
interesting.
ever sad in Australia. Like,
Oh, period.
straight up, there are people leaving the UK to move to Australia. There are people leaving America to go to Australia. Like, Australia is just the place to be if it's not
Ooh.
at an all-inclusive somewhere hot.
I'm gonna do my research, but I'm not a fan of the big spiders.
No, it's the fact that you can wake up in the middle of the night and you're getting choked out and you're like, oh, partner, that's nice, stop it. And they're like, well, I've just been to the toilet. There's a snake around your neck. No, thanks. No. No, I'm good.
Yeah, facts.
So, let's stay away from Australia. We'll gig there,
Right.
we'll tour there, but let's stay away from
Absolutely. Oh,
Australia for a
100%.
living.
Right.
We can have a tour bus that locks itself or like a 50-story like hotel room, but ain't
Right.
no way I'm living on the ground floor of anything in Australia.
No, I'm all right. I'll politely decline.
And when they develop flying snakes, that's when I put Australia on my blacklist of countries
And
to visit.
right,
Like,
never
going anywhere.
Never going.
Never going. You might as well just burn it. Like, if you got flying snakes, get a grip.
Yeah. Get rid of them.
I think if we put, so that's the end. That's our 3 rounds done. Let's tally up. In fact, let's tally up all the points. Let's not do round by round. Let's just do all the points.
Okay.
So we'll start with England, -1. America, -1.
Okay.
Latin. I'm gonna revoke the -1 and put it at 0 because I do like the sound of some of your desserts. Not
Okay.
the blended rice,
Oh,
but
anyway.
others.
Mm-hmm.
Australia has 1. So
Okay.
Australia's got second, and in first
Wow.
place with 6 points is
let's do a
the
drum roll. Let's do a drum
all-inclusive.
roll. Let's do
No,
a
no,
drum
no,
roll.
we're just going for it because the more I think about it, I'm actually going to cry because I want to go on holiday really bad.
Oh, okay. So what's the
It's
who's
the
the winner?
all-inclusive.
Who's the winner?
It's the all-inclusive holiday. The all-inclusive holiday
God.
wins.
Oh.
So I know we're like a bit short of an hour today, but that's because I'm gonna go cry on TripAdvisor while I'm going look for some cheap all-inclusives that I think I can afford, even though I can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
go do some side gigs and sell my toenails so that I can get money and go on an all-inclusive holiday.
Brother, someone buy my kidney. 250 grand for a kidney. Buy it right now. You,
Somebody can
I
take
will
my
give it to you-
gallbladder. I don't need it.
I will give it to you for 200 grand. It's a 50 grand discount. Just take it from me right now and give me the money.
That's what I'm saying.
Here's my PayPal details. Anyway, thank you so much for listening, guys. It's been episode 2. I know it's been a bit of like a long-waited journey for this one. Like, we didn't know how well 1 would hit, and then we got busy because I was driving cars, and then Jacob had the Memorial Day, was it?
I had Memorial Day, yes.
So this is the benefit of working in 2 different continents with 2 completely different lives. So we're back. This is episode number 2. As I said, it's been live streamed. So anyone who's currently sat on the live stream, thank you so much for listening. Really appreciate your involvement. We didn't answer your comments live because it would make no sense to the people that were listening on repeat. But thank you so much. We will look into doing this again in the future because this has been great fun. But for now, it's thank you so much for listening to No Yeah Sure. Thank you from me, Tom,
And thank you from me, Jacob.
and we will see you next time. Have we still got our funky outro music?
Do we have our outro music? I don't know which one it is. Is it this one?
Just keep
I think it's
tapping
this
shit
one.
or something.
I think
like-
it's this one. Well, there we go. Thank you guys so much. Oh, the system.
It was. It was not that one.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening and tuning in. You can catch us next time. Follow us on Instagram at Small Town Heroes UK. We'll see you guys. in
Oh,
the
we
next
didn't do
episode.
the social plug.
Well, I just did
We
it.
didn't do the social plug. Never mind.
So there
Thank
you
you
go.
so much.
Bye, guys.